Also, yeah, it literally turned out to be a case where everything is interesting except for Hody exactly. It's so fucking funny in more ways than I could possibly have imagined.
Yeah, that'll be the case a good few times going forward, unfortunately.
Yeah. This way.
What?
There we go.
Oh. I thought that was just the word. I thought we were actually going towards the crack in the wall.
Nah. I mean, it was effectively a crack in the wall, but yeah. All right, just gonna rip Red Hawk here. For the record, I thought Red Hawk was the original invention of a 3... What the fuck was the 3D2Y? I almost said 358/2 days again. Because that always what comes to my fucking brain first.
No,
every time.
Hody is easily one of the worst villains in the series. You know, it takes balls to have your villain literally say they have no motivation, that they have no role in this story.
What did humans could have possibly ever done to you? Not a damn thing. So they didn't even go with like the more artistic, creative choice of saying that we created Hody Jones or Hody Jones is us. It's literally just the racist American South, which granted political commentary is PogChamp, but like, man, I feel like we could.
But One Piece isn't political.
One Piece is definitely not political, as we have we've had it effectively.
Well, we've already had the
we had Martin Luther King and the other guy, Malcolm X.
Malcolm X. We've had the story about colonialism.
Yep.
We've had the several horrors about imperialism, the terrors of a one world government.
Yeah.
So on and so forth.
The politics is literally the best part of the show, guys.
Slavery, you know, just being an undercurrent of the entire series.
Oh, not undercurrent, you say. But yeah,
the
yes, you're right.
Being that it's omnipresent.
You are correct, though. Yes. I want to typically do rewrite stuff, but I would replace Hody with Arlong, who escapes from Impel Down. I don't know if I would. I feel like it's fine to let Arlong just like be his own man and just do whatever. But yeah, I will say though, I seldom had dry eyes going through the Jinbei flashback with Otohime. Holy shit, that was crazy. Even if it was very transparently obvious that Hody was the one who ended up shooting Queen Otohime from the word dump.
Did we not get that until his flashback?
Yeah, it really took a while to get there, even though it was painfully obvious. All right. Now, again, I think this is kind of cool because we're actually showing the Brotherhood cups to the other Straw Hats and not just inside Luffy's head.
Yes.
This is genuinely, I think, pretty heartwarming. That last one was.
Oh, he wasn't out yet.
We might have been very close to showing him, though. Holy shit.
Yeah, it would have been within, like, 3 months, I think.
Yeah.
In the manga.
Hey, guy.
Because before I realized that Sabo was a shitty self-insert character with no defining traits of his own, hearing that happened was enough hype for me to actually, was hype enough for me to actually get back in, because I was in one of those periods where I dropped out and then came back in like 3 or 4 times.
I feel like that happens to a lot of people, not gonna lie. I mean, it literally is just like...
It was Fishman Island.
Yeah, it's fair. That's very fair, actually.
So I fell out of Fishman Island for a year and a half, and then came back in during that early part of Dressrosa, when that reveal happened.
Wrong one, Alex. You mean Akainu, but I understand the joke. But no, it would make total sense that we end up fighting Ace here. I would view this almost as like not just Luffy overcoming like the darkest of his past, but also like a passing of the torch that Luffy's able to actually surpass his strong older brother who has Logia and conquers Haki erroneously.
Of course he does. Everyone that's important now has to have Conqueror's Haki, otherwise you can tell they're not important.
You realize that the whole thing about 1 in a million people have Conqueror's Haki is actually very inflated considering that there must be like 1 trillion people on this planet or something. Oh, it's just me. I just realized that, by the way.
Yeah, I was gonna say, oh, they're doing the one-on-one thing. There weren't even any of the other backup characters.
This is fine.
How inflated is that overinflated? Because we've met like 8 to 10 people that have it.
Fuck. I almost got that one. Well, not to worry. I have a billion freaking healing items anyway. I don't want to burn the healing items just yet, though, because it turns out that the large healing items are actually kind of hard to come by. Or at least, I don't think on hard difficulty, but the shops have a pretty limited inventory of them in general. Oh my god, I'm doing a trillion damage with the spell. What the fuck?
I was gonna say, is there more to this stage after this boss?
No, I want to say this is more or less it.
Ah.
But that's cool, though, because the next stage is a slight pain in the ass. Just kind of.
Right.
Also, of course, be worried because the Ace will hit you with Burn, which does inflict a little bit passive damage, which is, you know, ow. Ouch. Come on. Also, yeah, this is no problem for me at all because fucking hell, I had to, like, really spam Ace going through Coliseum, not because he's really good. I mean, he's decent, but because a lot of requirements for some characters, like, not Shanks, I think Akainu and Blackbeard require you to have him on your team.
Of course.
And let me tell you, those odds for getting them to spawn is, like, really low. Holy shit. Go for that. Attack and dodge. Attack and dodge. Attack and delay. Should fucking delay that more. He's not gonna do anything else. I think I'm fine to rip. And done. Apple keyboards kind of suck. This is a generally true statement, Alex.
You're talking about the company that made the wonderful decision to put the charging port on the bottom of their mouses.
Yep. I don't think Rayleigh was here from where to go at Luffy, but okay. Assuming I've read that correctly.
No, he was never here.
Yeah, that was kind of interesting. Also, once again, another game where Rayleigh does not make an appearance. God, I'm dying.
This was early enough that sure, fine, whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, you've got that now. In a year or two, when we get to our redo of Pirate Warriors 4, you'll have a version of Rayleigh to play.
Did they just make him his Prime version playable?
Yeah, it's a young version, but
That's
it's still
so
Rayleigh.
funny. Yeah, that's true.
And we had a game finally give us Roger to play.
Oh my god, it's true.
And another version of Garp, but not actually old Garp.
The young
Garp.
Garp, but younger and cooler, I guess. Touch of Grey Garp.
Just for men Garp.
Yep. So, it's very funny that Pato here is feeling bad that he's not able to overcome the darkness of his own past, even though Luffy just straight up did it with himself in front of his own eyes. Huh. I couldn't help but notice that Ace didn't actually disappear into a leaf there. I wonder if that'll come up later on. Also, God, we got so many fucking levels out of that one. Jesus Christ. Not only just that, but it's awesome that I managed to offset the huge damage we were taking by just a little bit of grinding. So I guess in that regard, yeah, doing the missions does actually amount to something. That being said, though, I haven't been doing the bug collecting missions or fishing missions because I'm like, I can't be fucked.
I was gonna say, I can't imagine you've even crafted the rod yet.
No. I think I have the starting one, but it's not much. An artillery shelf, if I'm not mistaken. That can either be a buster call or we know what's coming up next. Why are you able to hear from this far inland? Well, I can only assume they're very, very, very big cannons. Or there's a lot of them. You know, everyone keeps calling him Raccoon. I'm pretty sure he's actually a Tanuki, but, you know, that's just me.
It's one of those things that doesn't translate. Also, they have an actual thing to call a Tanuki when Tanuki is the only thing they've ever called Chopper.
Do they? I thought they were just calling him some other stuff. Hey, Kurt.
No, but everyone always makes a point of only ever calling Chopper a Tanuki, and he gets incensed by this.
I see. Okay.
So now that they have an actual Tanuki, of course they're not going to call it a Tanuki. They're going to call it anything else. It's another way. It's another way to make Chopper mad.
I suppose so. Okay, I actually do have some characters I do want to bring into this next mission, but that shouldn't be too big of a deal.
Who you got?
I'm going to be. Yeah, fucking talking hard sometimes. I'm going to be bringing Nami into this one.
All right.
One, because I've been really looking at her swimsuit outfit for a while.
All right.
I've been talking to you about this, and also I mentioned this before, but I do want to reiterate. God, Nami's time skip design is so good versus Robin's, who does actually slack a little bit. It's really unfortunate.
There's some mobile game or something that just came out that apparently is only in China, and they have censored designs, and by that they mean they turned Nami's bikini into a crop top shirt, and they gave a shirt for Robin wearing the jacket vest thing. And it's one of those cases of, oh hey, the censored design is better. Isn't it funny when that happens?
Yeah. I like to make mention that the fire glowing against the blue background here does actually look pretty fucking nice.
Yeah.
I like my glowing contrast. How Chopper's game is, and is he good as in literally any game? He is decent in this game. I'm just not using him because I'm putting a lot of stock into Luffy, and we do kind of already have a dedicated healer in Sandri. Very funny.
Chopper is fine to play in Pirate Warriors 2 and 3. I
Yeah.
wouldn't know in 4 because I never bothered.
He's absolutely terrible in Pirate Warriors 1, as we remember.
Yes.
Pirate Warriors, genuinely, once he gets Kung Fu Point, I think he's a much stronger character to use in any of the games. Because it allows him to actually have range on anything. Anyway, yes, I have been staring at this version. I just really come to appreciate this swimsuit for Nami, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't think much about it at first. I thought it was just too much, but I'm like, you know what? Nah, this is fine.
No, this is the peak Oda experience.
It truly is. Hello, sir. Can you join my crew? No. Please? Not yet.
Not now. Get back to me in a month.
Yeah. I gotta deal with my old landlord. Get back to me in a little bit. All right, man, you can jump back in. Actually, you know what? I've been so focused on Luffy. Do you want to play with him for a little bit?
Sure.
He does have literally all the stats. So the funny thing about Jinbei is, of course, the fishman. Well, I guess I'm not being given a choice today.
Would you like him back? Or are you okay to play as
I'm
Sanji
okay
for a bit?
I'm okay to play as Sanji for a bit. This is fine. God, this is so fucking annoying. But not terribly surprised. That was his ultimate, by the way. I don't know if it was level 1 or level 2. I think it was his level 1, but yeah. But anyway, the very funny thing about, first of all, Jinbei is playable in the Coliseum mode. I thought I would get him unlockable in the side missions for this game, but it did not end up transpiring, unfortunately. I guess they just don't want to give RPG mechanics to the non-Straw Hat characters. Kind of weird.
Never.
That being said, though, Jinbei is funny because he does have some erroneously good AoE moves, like you see with the projectile shots he's got. And also, because everything he does is water, you can kind of see where that would be going.
Yep.
Yes, he can, I guess you could say, waterlog all the Devil Fruit users. Anyone who gets hit, like you just did just now, you can become temporarily stunned.
I was gonna say I'm in water state. What does water state mean?
Water state it's basically the same as regular stun. You just can't move for. Holy shit. Okay.
How about that revive capsule?
Yeah, right. No kidding. I mean, for what it's
This is
worth.
the beginning of this stage, by the way.
Yeah, for what it's worth. Oh god, we might solve our bonus fight later on as well. By the way. Not sure what that's gonna look like. Not game over just yet, Alex, because again,
You are right. You can't type on an Apple keyboard. Go over.
Yeah. Yeah, we still have our additional boss brought by hard mode, but once we get through this boss, we should have a checkpoint set up. So if we die, we can get our characters back.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I mean, Luffy and Jinbei literally came to blows during Fishman Island, so this is not necessarily new.
Yeah, but that was mostly them just bullshitting.
Yeah, I guess on a side note, God, I really am looking forward to Jinbei actually joining the crew fully, though, because he's been with the crew through thick and thin so far. It's actually really great. Not really the crew itself, although he did help quite a bit during the main arc itself, but Impel Down, Marineford, God, this dude will go with you to the ends of the earth. He's awesome.
Bro, that man took a magma fist directly from a Kainu to keep Luffy safe.
He did. Holy shit.
Jinbei is the crew's dad.
You could very well make the argument, actually, yeah.
I need to show you some of the bits from Wano where he's present, and also some of the latter openings where they really show you, they make a point of showing you how much that Luffy loves Jinbei.
Okay.
Because no, it's really cute.
No, I believe you.
Luffy hasn't been that in on a new guy since maybe Sanji, honestly.
I don't know. He was pretty in for recruiting Brook, I would say.
Rather how excitable he is, because yeah, he has those funny moments with Brook, but he's not as directly connected. Actually, he's not really connected to Brook's recruitment at all. That's mostly on Zoro.
Yeah, he made the initial pitch for him to join, but
Yeah.
he ended up tearing him down the first time, so it would then become after the arc was done, Brook was like, hey, is the offer to join still open? Well, yes, it is. Cool.
But during the actual course of the arc itself, he ends up interacting pretty much exclusively with Zoro.
I vaguely remember that being the case, yeah.
I just remember the scene where Luffy and Zoro run off and Jinbei has to tell the rest of the crew.
I'm not really sure why I'm fighting these guys right now. I think I just need to stockpile some meter first before going to the final area.
Oh my god, those low frame rate coins.
I know, right? I've talked about it before, Mace.
Last time.
But God, it's so charming playing a game on the PlayStation 5 where we still have graphical things from like DK64 being used. Who is it?
Yeah, the 2D spinning sprites from Mario Kart 64.
I just noticed I actually gave her jiggle physics when walking. I never noticed that before. I didn't think I had the budget for that.
I was gonna say, have they not had that for Robin the whole time?
I mean, maybe it's because you don't have cutscenes where she slow walks or anything, but I just didn't notice it before. Huh.
Is this one of those cases where Storm has apparently always had jiggle physics, but it never actually displayed properly because none of the games prior to Storm 4 were stable enough to actually show it right?
Or have camera angles close up to characters during like regular animations that can highlight it, yeah.
Like the first time anyone ever noticed it was Hinata the Last in Storm 4 doing her throw or something where she gets up in your face and does a jump. And it's like that was apparently the first time anyone ever noticed it.
Yeah, I could believe that.
And then when Connections came in and started running at 60 on every platform that isn't the Switch, people were like, oh, everyone's had that the whole time. Every character with visible tits has had that. Generations had jiggle physics. I saw it every time.
Was it noticeable in the Let's Play? That's why I want to know. Because I regard that game at 1080p through emulator.
I was gonna say, how often in Generations are you playing as either
Jesus,
Hinata, Tsunade, or Ino?
not them specifically, but a couple of other characters you get to cycle between. There's something strange about the road ahead.
Wait. In Generation Story mode, do you play as a woman ever? I don't think a single woman has a story mode in Generations.
There's a chance in maybe Sakura or Conan and maybe one of the side stories, because Obito's story is basically the Akatsuki backstory, more or less. Not backstory, like regular story.
Yeah.
Huh. Excuse me.
Wait, did he have one, or are you thinking of Formation of the Akatsuki from
No.
Revolution?
No, literally Toby's backstory, Toby's story mode in Generations is just like various battles the Akatsuki have had. Am I correct, Chad? I believe that was the case. It's been a little bit at this point.
I think so, yeah. I remember at some point in Generation Story mode playing as Pain, so that sounds right.
So at this point, we have Let's Draw Hats rematch against Kizaru. First of all, what we know now with everyone against them, not good. Also, this is the third boss battle in a row in this stage. Holy shit.
Who did you fight second?
Hancock. I understand. I understand for forgetting already. But yeah, although it's very funny, Taylor tells me that they keep mistaking Robin for Hancock or vice versa.
Exactly.
Truly an indictment on Oda's character design, if there was one.
You can understand why everyone is so excited for Robin to finally get that haircut.
Oh my god, am I? Okay, there we go. They shouldn't knock us back too far. Knock on wood. I mean, even then, I have done these game. Don't bother. It's fine. We got numbers. All right, how far back are we? Okay, we are right outside the fight. Yeah, hindsight being what it is, maybe I shouldn't have brought Nami for this stage, but well, it's really only the last Actually, yeah, this is like the last chance to really get to play as Nami reliably. Now I think about it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, obviously we can't use her in Coliseum, but there's a lot of other stuff you want to do that don't require playing the Triads, unfortunately. Also, your
That's
playable
gonna go
roster.
long enough. We'll get to showcase everyone for good or for ill.
Yeah. So what we know now is very funny, considering that this former version of Luffy is fucked out of luck against Kizaru. Holy shit.
Oh yeah, it's really funny seeing people say that. Oh yeah, the time skip happened. People can totally, Luffy can totally beat up the emperors now. Like, oh,
Emperors.
Oh, you sweet summer emperors. The admirals.
Now,
you sweet summer child.
I will say that my opinion on that was that for the longest time, considering that, well, it has to do with the fact that the pacifists shoot Kizaru's light beams and Luffy dodged them like they were nothing, just with basic observation hockey. So I was like, oh, if he can dodge that, then he's probably gonna have a really good time against Kizaru. But there's a difference between what the pacifistas do and what the real thing can do, I guess.
And this is after like 4 years of the time skip with Luffy hiding Gear 4th.
Yeah.
Never having an occasion to break it out.
Yeah. Chad did mention something that did kind of make me understand why he doesn't break it out a lot. It's basically like the Super Saiyan 3, more or less.
Yeah, no.
Where it's very new and untested. I wouldn't say untested, but like there's too many drawbacks.
It's because he has the 10-minute timer before he can use it again.
Or do anything again, really.
Before he can even move. It's like it's Kaioken.
Yeah, he can move. He just can't do hockey at all, I don't think.
No, he can't move. The first time he used it against Doflamingo, he had to have the Coliseum announcer run away while carrying it on his back for 10 or 15 minutes because he could not stand up.
I thought, no, because he did against Karakuri later on, and like he had to run around and hide until the timer refreshed. Because if he couldn't move against Karakuri, he was just fucked out of luck. Well, anyway, you'll get a chuckle out of this, though. Doing the kick thing that Rayleigh did, and also the whole love thing. Love is faster than light. Whoa, we're going to rewrite some physics books then. So, I love it when these anime games inadvertently, like, just Nostradamus the fuck out of us.
Fucking tosses him like a football.
Yep. Oh, it is just me again? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, it's whatever.